Alright, I am doing the first video on this channel, I think in 6 years, because it was Louisiana 5-0 Flips, and I'm kind of thinking about changing the name to Walt's Warehouse, because at that time I was using a shop behind my house, and now I've got this storage unit, and I don't have all my inventory here, but my plan is to take this unit, which right now has a lot of DJ and photo booth stuff in there, because I have a DJ and photo booth business also. And my numbers on my eBay store are not good right now because I wasn't keeping up with inventory when I was moving a lot of stuff. So I ended up falling below standard, and I'm still below standard. So my sales are not that good at all. I'll post what those are and go through all that during this video or in a video coming up, probably in this one. And like, that's a starting point. And then also I want to do a momentum board like Lonnie and Candace do with shed flips. That was like, I love their videos. They're the best. I love watching their videos. They're my favorite YouTube channel, I feel sure right now. I can't even think about I like watching anymore, but I love their videos. There's a lot of really, really good ones that I enjoy watching, especially the reseller ones, but theirs is just one of my favorites, but if not my favorite. But anyway, and I picked up at a garage sale today for free a little whiteboard. It's like a little calendar whiteboard, so that'll be somewhere we can put that in here and get started. But I've got to figure out a place in here to do photos, and then, I mean, an inventory system I kind of already have, but I'll kind of update that a little bit because I've mainly been doing clothing. Now I want to be more of like an everything seller. So anyway, this will kind of be the start of looking at everything and determining kind of where we're going to put things and all that. I've been listening to some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I picked up some stuff at garage sale this weekend and sold a few already, so I'll go through that too. All right, just to see how crazy this is right now. Yeah, I've got one of the photo booth things. I've got linens that came in that we've got to get to the laundromat. I still have another shelf I have to put together. Typically, these have been where we'll have our DJ systems and that kind of stuff. We'll have the entire system with the stuff beside it. But then I had to put my locksmith stuff in here. I don't know. There's just stuff absolutely everywhere right now. Like I said, there's one of the 360 photo booths. There's a 360 photo booth. There's a kiosk machine photo booth. All the props, the printers, all the things. And then look, we even got tables back there. But here, I don't know, somewhere in here is where I have to figure out. This is going to be really good lighting, so I think this is going to be a good place to start. We'll just have to figure out where exactly I want this. I don't know, there is stuff everywhere. I also really need to put something for my locksmith stuff too, so. Oh goodness, stuff everywhere, so we'll figure it out. All right, yeah, I have stuff absolutely everywhere, so I've got to figure that out. I think these two shelves I was keeping like sports memorabilia and stuff on, but I've got that in boxes right now. So I think the first thing, like I said, this is going to be kind of a video where we'll set everything up. So that'll be cool. You'll get to see setting everything up if that's something you're into. But I think I'm going to take these two and move those to the back. All right, that gets those out of the way. But next, all right, I think just for right now, I think I'll scoot this shelf down. And that will be, here, I'll come this way. And like right now, these are some things that I got this Mike Scott bobblehead. And so I'll keep that on this shelf. I've got all these bands. Those are for like, I think Fitbits and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different ones just in a bag. And I have this Gobo light. It's a Gobo Zoom LED by Chauvet. We don't use these anymore. If I say I've got 2 or 3 bigger ones, so I'm gonna sell that one. And then I have a whole stack of like Mardi Gras. Here's a parrot, Crew of Gemini, because it's literally all kinds of Mardi Gras sequin patches and a couple of masks and things like that. But most all this stuff I've got listed on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay both. And so I think I had this sold, actually. This, I had a lady, the Mr. and Mrs. And so I think what I'm going to do, as far as these shelves, I don't expect to get more really than there are letters in the alphabet. If I do, I'll be moving somewhere bigger. So I would say I'll start with A, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to decide if I want my numbers to go up or down, because some of the shelves, obviously the height will have to be a little bit different because there's things of different heights on there. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I won't have to go up or down. But also, I don't want to keep that necessarily in front of these props and stuff, because especially in October and December, we'll be using all the photo booth stuff. So I don't want to use that all the time. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I may scoot this down just here, just for now, because that traditional photo booth we don't use quite as much. So, all right, let's see. All right, this, yeah, is not terribly bright over here. I'm coming from a different angle, so there's really not a light over here. So I'm sorry, I know that's dark. But I think what I'm gonna do is clean off this table, and I'll have to get a light and make this an area for where because there's our only plug-in. So that's gonna have to be where we do our photos. So I've got this table for now. I think I'm just gonna clean this table off and do that. So if you wanna watch me organize this table, you're welcome to do that. And then we'll go to the next project. I'll have to do some timelines. I think you can do that. I know you can do that on the YouTube videos now, so I'll do that. And then I think at the end of this video, I am going to go ahead and do where my eBay stuff is right now, just to know a jumping off point. And maybe this over here would be a good place to put a momentum board too, hopefully. We'll figure that out. So. All right, that was relatively easy. That was nothing more than just cleaning off that table real quick. But hey, now we've got a place to actually do our photos. All right, well, that part was relatively easy, but like I said, it didn't take but a second to clean the table off. But now we have a place where we can actually do our photos. And I'll get this momentum board that I got today at a garage sale, and I'm gonna clean that off, because I know that's something, oops, on the other side, that needs to be done. And then, let's see. Yeah, I picked that up at a garage sale. They actually gave it to me. I got a few other things, and matter of fact, I'll show you what I got. Well, the candle is on the other side, but I got, and I think these are really cool. And I don't know what they're made of, but they're like metal tiaras. And so I don't know exactly what, I don't know. They're just really cool looking. Oh yeah, here it is. And then I got this Yankee candle. So I know some vehicle will let them pass. They are very impressed with themselves. Look at them go. All right, but anyway, this Yankee candle, and I listed the Yankee candle today on eBay. I did not list the tiaras yet. I gotta get a little more information about those. I don't really know what they're made of, but they seem to be a little better quality than just like the little plastic ones that we get for the photo booths and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to clean the momentum board here. And again, if you enjoy watching cleaning, I don't know, it's kind of therapeutic in a way. My counselor didn't tell me that, but it's definitely therapeutic. So I'm gonna clean this off, and that's something else done. We'll go from there. All right, I think for now we're just going to have to set it on the table because I really don't have anywhere to hang it in here yet, but I do have other stuff I want to hang. And I think I have some of those Expo markers. I just don't remember what I did with those. They've got to be somewhere. We'll find those. Yeah, those aren't like here are the tiaras that we have like with the photo booth props. So I also can't find my label maker is one of the things I cannot find right now, so that's not good. But all right, I'll see if I can find those Expo markers, and then this will be, I have to figure all the lighting out too. Like I said, that's so important. And I've got some light boxes here somewhere. So again, something I'll have to figure out where it's at. And yeah, definitely have to get this place organized, but I think I'll just do it while on video because I know some people like that entire process, and I like watching it, just the whole process of where we're going to put everything, what we're going to do with everything, and all that jazz. So that will be cool. And I'll have to figure out what's next. All right, I don't want to say that I got demotivated quickly, but I've got 3 different units up here right now, and there's stuff everywhere. And so I've got to decide what's staying and what's going, because I'm trying to consolidate them down. And there's stuff I've had forever that I have got to either get listed or get rid of. Unless it's something, of course, that we use for DJing, photo booth, vending machines, one of the 8 million things I do. But anyway, I need to have a plan for next time I come up here. And also, I can't find my shop vacuum. So I've got to find that. But so I'm going to locate that and then figure out kind of what my plan is. But I am going to go ahead and I will show pictures of what I bought. And I thought a while ago I was doing a video of that, and apparently the video paused, and so none of that recorded. So I took pictures of that stuff, and I'll throw that up in just a second, or in a little bit. I'm going to go home. I still got to get back and take a shower and all that jazz. But then I will, tonight at some point will be my plan. I may have to do it tomorrow, but my plan will be tonight is we'll look at the eBay store. We'll see where everything is at. And then, so I'll show you some things on there too. Hopefully you can go to if you have to check and see if you're above standard, below standard, all that, where your performance is. And just some other tabs on there that may help you. If I say, if it's, if you find one thing that helps you on there, then hey, it was worth it. So anyway, we'll do that next. All right. So I am going to look at all of eBay and see where I am at right now. So like I said, my store right now, and I'm under the seller hub. So if you go under the seller hub, go to performance, and I go to seller level, and I click on that, then right now I'm listed below standard. The reason is on your transaction defect rate, that has to be 0.5 or less. Well, I closed out of my transactions, I've got 8 that were canceled for being out of stock. So with that being out of stock, 8 puts me at over 4%. So that is below standard. And out of 182 transactions in last year, 11 of them showed late shipment. And that's 6%, and that has to be 3%. That I don't always agree with, but I mean, it doesn't really matter if you agree with it or not. That's why it's really important. You'll hear some of the eBay resellers talk about when they go to the post office that they have to, they try to take it to the post office so they can get them to scan them. Because if they are not scanned in, then sometimes they'll call it a late shipment, because they say, well, it will arrive by this day. Well, we don't have any control over the United States Postal Service, and luckily here, I mean, we've got some really, really great post office people here, but I've seen other places that they don't care. So anyway, a lot of my late transactions will fall off, or not the late ones, but I think the transaction defect rate, those will fall off. So that'll be good. All right, now if we go to, I'm going to go back to my seller hub and look at my listings. So mine right now, I have 815 listings, total of $17,099.69. My quantity is 819. So obviously for my listings, I have multiple of those. If I go down, if I click overview, then I can see that my sales in the last 31 days were $112.22. And also I can see that in the last 90 days it was $334.68. And so it just shows that in the last 31 days my sales are down 23%. Last 7 days, however, I have had $44.84 in sales. So this week is actually pretty decent compared to the previous. On my feedback, I have 1,920, and I'm at 100% there. That doesn't mean that I haven't had any neutral or negative, but they're so insequential that it keeps it at 100%. I've had 3 positive in the last 30 days, 0 neutral, 0 negative. The only thing is, like I said, my transaction defect rate and the late shipment rate are going to keep me below standard, and getting back to standard and above standard is where you really, eBay will show, I think the algorithm will show way more of your listings once you're there. And I don't think any successful eBay reseller I've heard that, won't say, hey, there is a correlation between consistent reselling or consistent listing and consistent selling. So I have not been consistent with my selling. But as you see, for the last week, I have been. And so for the last week, as I have been, let me go back down to my sheet here and look. And where's that? Right here. Okay. And then on here, I haven't put it on my momentum board yet, but you heard me talk earlier about shed flips with Lonnie and Candace, because they're awesome, like I said, and they just have such a great personality, but you actually get to know them as you watch their videos, and I think that authenticity on videos like that is just cool. But so for now, I have listed, if I list today, I've listed every day this month. So it was 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So let's figure that real quick. And I mean, even though that's not fantastic, then that is an average. I'm listing an average of 2 items a day. And so right now, yesterday and the day before, I sold an item. Before that, the entire 7 days, I just sold 1 item. So you see that consistency. I mean, it does take time to catch up. It doesn't just magically occur. So I am averaging right now, listing 2.2 items a day at $57.78 a day average. And so doing that, I can say, okay, a goal that I want to have for myself, and something that you heard Lonnie and Candace, if you check out their videos, when they talked about the momentum board on one of their last videos. Matter of fact, that was, I think, their most recent from now, which after this comes out, it may be several back, but you can't control what you sell. Well, I don't want to say you can't control what you sell, but you can't control what actually sells as far as which items sell, what day, blah, blah, blah. However, you can control how many items you list and how valuable those items are. And some of that, of course, is if you find them, but these are numbers that you can control. So I can look and say I've been listing an average of 2 items a day at an average of $57 a day. Well, I want to list, instead of this, I might say for the rest of this month, I want to make sure I'm listing at least $100 a day worth of stuff. And so then seeing that, I don't know, I think I'm going to look at the amount more than the number of items. Some people look at the number of items, and you may want to do that. You may want to do both. You may want to say, I want to list at least $100 worth a day and at least 5 items a day. And that doesn't hurt anything either. And then you'll have some other channels. Everybody knows, or most everybody, if it's a Tech and Sports and Chris Lynn, and they both will, consistency. I mean, and that's pretty much, that's Chick-fil-A. That's why they're so successful. Consistency. You might go to a McDonald's here and a McDonald's where you live and order a double cheeseburger meal. They may taste completely different. Not Chick-fil-A. They're out of the fast food chains, they are the ones most likely to be consistent from location to location to location. So if you're consistent in listing, if you have a system of some sort, then that's going to put you in a better position than not having a system of some sort. So I will have to mark down on here that if we look and see how many items, I'm trying to see on my orders as well. So we've said sales for the last 90 days, which this is August 10th. I think it'd be better to check it like around the 1st of every month, but we'll kind of ease back that direction. But that way we can say each month. But let's just call this for the month of July, and then we'll kind of ease it back as we go forward. But so that would pretty much for the last 90 days, it's 334.68 is our sales number. And let me see if I go under all orders. So I've sold 15 orders, 15 items in the last 90 days for $334.68. And what I can do in the future is I can go and we can look for the last 30 days and see, and we'll start that on the 1st of September, and I'll look at the month of August, and then we'll kind of have a jumping off point. But that's where I'm at right now. So, all right, well, I hope all of this information is helpful. Like I said, I enjoy doing these videos. I think they're fun, and I haven't done one in 6 years. That was crazy, far as reselling stuff. But if there's something particular that you want to look at, then let me know. And I am really excited to keep up with this journey, and like you do this with me. And so, please follow and subscribe to this channel. That'd be awesome. And we can look and be able to see, okay, where I'm at right now, last 90 days, 15 items, $334. And, wouldn't it be cool to say, okay, for this month, we put up this many items. And we'll be able to say that also. We'll look at what our input was and what the output was. And like I said, I've tracked since August 1st. So starting on September 1st, I'll be able to track month to month, and we'll see what that number is and see how that grows, if that grows. And then I'll be able to chart all that. And then you'll be able to look and just say, oh, okay, for 2025, August through December, here's, what I did, and you'll be able to see that. And right now, out of my listings, a lot of them are clothes, and there are so many clothes on eBay that those are not high sell-through items. Your one-off items sometimes are higher sell-through, but it just matters. I mean, I listed a Yankee candle yesterday, and it's I should get, you know, $25, $30 for that, something plus shipping. But I mean, right now Yankee Candle has a sale for all their 22-ounce candles, and I don't know how long it is. I think it's like a week or something like that. But they're $19.99 a piece for right now. But there may be somebody that doesn't have a store near them. They may, you know, and if I'll right now, of course, accept if somebody sends me $20, I'm going to take it for it, because I mean, my cost into it was like $1, because I got that at a garage sale, and it was brand new. So anyway, hopefully this helps, and I really like documenting this journey, and hopefully it'll help somebody else. I'm trying to live a life right now where I'm doing more to help other people, and unfortunately, I don't know, I've been too selfish over my life, and I'm trying really hard to do things that help other people, and I feel like this is one way of documenting some of this stuff to help others that I don't even know, and hopefully there'll be a way that, you know, God works with that to help others. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully catch you in the next video.